Andrea, this is Keena, and we're here to share with you today about a very disturbing story, a very disturbing incident that happened to us today. I'll let Keena start off.
Okay.
So basically what happened was my son had to go to basketball practice. So we were leaving the neighborhood, and once we hit the stop sign at the corner, a detective car pulls up behind us. And so, you know, I'm sitting here joking at the stoplight, and I saw him in the back of the thing, and he was talking on his thing. I saw him doing that. But anyway, so he's talking on his radio thing, and I'm telling Andrea here, like, girl, there go the police behind me. Oh, well, you know, I have my license, I'm insured, the plates are legit, so whatever, the police ain't got nothing on me. So then I see two other police cars behind him, and so then I'm telling her, like, girl, it's two more police cars that done rolled up, you know, blah blah blah, what, you know, what's going on or whatever. So I hit the thing so that my turning signal was on, so that when I turned there wouldn't be any problem. So the light seemed like it took forever. We sit at the stoplight, we go down, turn down the street, the main road, and we drive down the street, and I'm just sitting here driving. So then the detective car, he pulls off, but then the other two police cars are right behind me, two in a line behind each other. So I get over into the next lane, you know, and the officer didn't get behind me, so I'm like, okay, you know, I'm like, okay, well, he didn't get behind me. But then when I guess I got into the middle lane or whatever, or to the far lane, but then they all, both cars separated, so they were on either side of me, actually, out on the middle lane. And I was like, oh my God, girl, they done surrounded us. They two cars, one by one on each side of us. And I'm just cruising, I'm probably not even going the speed limit. And so then we get to the corner that we have to get to, you know, so I hit my blinker, turn, and then the officer hits the lights. So, you know, no, because I said, girl, well, if they turn when we turn, then it's gonna be on, like, you know, then that means they done pulled us over or whatever, you know. And we were just joking. This was all like us joking about the situation, because truly there was no reason for the police to pull us over. We had our seatbelts on, I'm licensed, everything, you know, I'm not speeding, I'm not doing anything illegal. So they hit the lights, I pulled over. Then the officer, you know, he sees my son. My son is moving around in the back seat of the car. They get out of the car with their guns out, talking about surround the car. And so, you know, we both are sitting here. We're like, what the heck? What is going on? Like, why are they pulling us over? So they have the lights on. They both walking up on the side of the car with their guns and stuff. And then he says, who's in the back of the car? And I said, my 10-year-old son is in the back of the car. Why are you pulling us over?
So then, then that's when he proceeds to tell us to get out of the car and open the slide door. So I hop out, not knowing what else to do.
Yeah, because I'm like,
the guns are still pointed.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait, is this within our rights? Do you have to open the door? But she got out and opened the door.
I hop out of, like, you know, showing him I have nothing. I open the door. He sees that there's nothing but bags back there.
What did he say to you? Did he say something to you when you got out of the car?
He told me to open the door. He just kept repeating, open the door. So I was showing him I had nothing in my hand. So I opened the door, and he sees all the bags that are in her car. And then he finally sees the boys in the back. And he's like, you know, hey buddy.
Hey buddy. Oh, hey,
he
little
slightly
guy.
puts his gun away. That's when Keena proceeds to tell him, hey, you know what, I'm dropping him off at basketball. That's where I'm going. We're right here at Ease.
What are you doing?
Yeah. So then he automatically tells us to go, you know, go drop him off. And then he says,
but no, he says, oh, it's okay. You're not getting any tickets. Nobody's in trouble. You know, this is not even going to be documented.
We're just going to talk.
We just want to talk to you. You want to talk to us with your guns out? Really? So, you know, he says, go park the car, let him go inside and get settled into practice. So, you know, I'm shaking. I know she's shaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nervous, like, hands shaking, heart is racing. Like, is this about to be another set it off going on up in here?
Or another Ashley incident just recently.
Or, right, our friend who lives here in town who just got killed by the police and she was not even armed, you know? So I went and pulled around and parked the car at the basketball entrance door. They all got out of the car so that they could go inside so he could get safely into practice. And so then the officers walk up to me and says to me, you know, we just pulled you over because, well, technically we pulled you over slightly we pulled you over for slightly deviating from your lane. And I was like, well, I probably was deviating from my lane because I see 3 police cars following me down the road. You know, but I bet you if that police video, if you look at it, because that's why he said slightly, because I probably didn't even deviate from my lane. But that's what he claims that they pulled me over for and surrounded my car. And so he says, but really, there was a shooting in that neighborhood that you left from last week, and we're trying to, and your vehicle matches the description of the car. But they don't have like any license plate, any other thing besides the car, except that it's a white car and it might be the same model of mine. And he says, do you know? So I was like, well, I don't have anything to do with that. And he was like, okay. He was like, I'm really sorry. You know, we're sorry we pulled our guns. We just thought that we were going to get shot because, you know, it was something that involved a shooting that we're investigating here. And so for all we know, that your son was in the back moving around, we thought it was a grown person who was looking for a bag of firearms and we were going to get shot. And I'm like, really? So he says that's the reason why, you know, they drew their guns on us and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm like, you don't, that just doesn't, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you followed us. And he says, oh, because the reason why, because he said they were walking around the neighborhood passing out flyers. And then he said that they saw the car, but then they said to themselves, I wonder if that's the car that was in the shooting that I haven't heard of. I live over here and I didn't hear about no shooting happening last week. But anyway, I wonder if that's the car that was in the shooting. And then he sees the car leave. So he was like, to them, it looked like we saw the police and we decided to hurry up and try to get away.
But if we're going to try to get away, we're going to speed off. We're not going to drive the regular speed limit to get away. And even so, like, we weren't not complying with them because they followed us, they pulled us over. Right. So I mean, even if we decided that we weren't going to comply with them, I still see no reason for them to pull out their guns. But we didn't do anything wrong to make them want to pull out their guns. They just decided to. And after today, I feel shaken up a little bit. I've been thinking about it all day. Like, there's 2 innocent kids in the car. There's 2 innocent women in the car. We had nothing to do with a shooting or anything. So I'm still shaken up by the whole thing.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then even my son, my 10-year-old son says, Mama, why would they think a pregnant woman was going to be involved in a shooting? Like, even that, to him, it's like, why would I risk my life, my baby's life, to do a drive-by or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And then the officer asked me, well, do you know anybody in the neighborhood with the white man? I said, no, I don't. I don't know anybody. I don't know nothing. You know, the police are not my friend. I don't know anything. Shoot. So, and then he says, well, you have 2 kids, right? Do they like stickers? Here, please take this sticker. I'm so sorry to meet you under these circumstances. There's not going to be any police report. I'm not even going to write you a warning. I'm not going to do anything, nothing. And then he was like, but do you have your driver's license? Can I at least have your name? And I was looking through my bag. I couldn't find my license. And then he says, well, did I just see a UW ID? And I was like, yes, I'm a student at the University of Wisconsin. And he was like, oh, okay, you know what? That is totally fine. That is more than enough. I can just look at your ID and that. And so then he looked at my ID, saw I'm a student at the university, you know, stuff like that, sees that I'm not, I don't know, whatever he thought I was. Because apparently, you know, people in this neighborhood, I don't know what they think about us, but they have some kind of thought. But, you know, that's what happened. We just wanted to tell the whole story, especially while it's fresh in our mind. Come here. This is one of the babies.
This is baby Aiden. He was also in the car with us today. Aiden, come here, baby. Come here, Aiden.
This is the 3-year-old little baby.
So he was caught in the
who the police drew their gun on today. Okay?
Aiden, say hi.
Look at this little innocent thing.
Say hi, Aiden.
You gonna say hi?
You gonna say hi?
You wanna go back and play?
But anyways, this incident today was something that could have turned
deadly.
Yes, very deadly. We were terrified today. So it just goes to show you that not all police officers are here to help you.
No. They're not your friend.
They came there, they pulled us over with a totally different intent, and had it gone wrong, I can't say that we would be here, to tell you the truth. But yeah, we just wanted to fill y'all in and let y'all know what's going on with us today.
Thanks, guys.